Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Rebecca and I am a mental health coach. So today I want to continue to talk about the concept of codependency, and we're going to go through 5 different symptoms of codependency. When we're thinking about this concept, I want us to internalize our own individual story, and generally, this does start in our family of origin, where there is someone that we've attached to gain a sense of approval. And the way to feel whole as an individual was to attach to someone else's emotions or their own opinions as well. So, the first symptom that I want to talk about is needing someone else to feel our own feelings. For someone who is in a codependent relationship, they get very used to attaching to the other person's feelings in order to feel their own feelings. So in the first video, I talked about the only way I'm okay is if you're okay. But if you're not okay, I'm not okay. Or they struggle with continual self-doubt that your feelings are wrong. And so there could be this checking in with the person you are codependent with to get that reassurance that your feelings are valid. Or there's an expectation that you want the other person to feel exactly how you feel, or the other person wants you to feel exactly how they feel. And so there can be constant conflict if because with codependency, there's 2 people generally. So in the relationship, one person might feel sad, the other person might actually be having a good day. But the person that's having a good day may be feeling guilty that they're also not feeling sad. And then the person who is feeling sad may feel a sense of offense or rejection that the other person is not feeling their sadness with them. And so there is an anxiety to stand alone with your own feelings. So the second one that I want to talk about is feelings of responsibility or guilt for the sufferings of other people. You know, empathy is such a important thing to have in relationships. It creates so much connection, but the dysfunction here is you feel the empathy of the other person, or you feel empathy for the suffering of another person. And then there's this guilt that it's your responsibility to fix it for them. And it causes such internal distress because not only does it stop at empathy, but now you are probably getting a sense of anxiety because now you want to fix it for them. And I will say, in childhood, this could have been, again, a parent feeling sad, anxious, and you as the child, because you felt that for your parent, you needed to fix that in order to fix your own distress or to regulate your own distress. Really, this comes from, I want to fix it for you to also feel okay for myself. And when you're struggling with codependency, there again is this anxiety with standing alone in your own sense of self. So the concept for that is self-differentiation. It's to be a separate person feels scary. Number 3 is gaining your self-worth through the approval of another. So if you are getting that approval from the other person, your self-worth goes up. If you're feeling a lack of approval from the other person, your self-worth goes down. Again, worth is innate. We are born with value and worth. But this is more of a feeling. the self-esteem that you possess just fluctuates based off of the other person approving of you. Number 4 is the constant need for reassurance. It is healthy to get guidance from other people. If we have the opportunity to live in a type of village, that is a good thing. With community, wisdom comes from other people as well. Yet, the unhealthy part here is you're constantly self-doubting, constantly questioning your own decision-making, and you have this sense of need, like a survival need, to get the other person to reassure you that it's a good decision or not. And then the level of you trusting your gut actually decreases, so the muscle weakens, that it reinforces this learned helplessness that the only way I can navigate life is through other people telling me what to do. The reassurance can feel good in the short term, but in the long term, it actually, again, decreases your sense of self. You can become like a shadow person because you're never really taking charge of your own life. And then number 5 is a lack of boundaries around intimacy and separation. Usually there's this sense of, it's kind of like an anxious attachment where you feel okay when you're close, you feel anxiety when you're away. Instead of being okay on your own, there's frantic attempts to be with the other person. In my next video, I'm going to talk about ways to develop, healthier relational patterns and ways to break codependency. And again, there's no whiteboard for life. We're all walking in this process of life and attempting to find like healthier ways of functioning. Codependency is a very embodied dysfunction. We can logically know the problem, but not know how to navigate, how to essentially fix it. And so there are ways that we can learn to implement those boundaries, but that means we have to accept that anxiety and guilt will probably increase. Because again, codependency is based on a survival technique where truly it was the only way you saw that you could live life. And now we're saying as adults, that's not the healthy way to live. And that's going to be very disrupting to your system. In our next video, we will talk more about ways to build healthier strategies. Thanks, guys.